Good morning, everyone. This is Tom from Rockland News and Rockland Web Design. I appreciate you all being here today. I'm going to keep this brief and then we're going to stop the recording and then open this up to specific questions about your advertising, what your strategy is, and we'll try to make it detailed for each individual that's here. As I mentioned in the meeting yesterday, please mute your microphones. And we'll get to questions in just a few. But just a quick introduction. So my name is Tom Osa. Some of you might remember me from the posts that I put on pretty much every Facebook group that's in Rockland County. And I've been a business owner since 2007. Rockland Web Design was my first company, and Rock Web Systems, which is the corporation that holds Rockland News .com, is our second company, established in 2020. So I'll just walk you through just a few things about our company and so on. And then we'll get into the purpose of you being here, which is you'd like to learn more about the Facebook advertising opportunities that we offer in each of the Facebook groups that we are administrators for across Rockland County. There's about 24 of them, and we'll go through that very briefly. So let me just open up some material here. Okay, so here we are. So this is our first company, Rockland Web, and basically we manage about 120, give or take, websites across the Hudson Valley. We've got a few that are, national, international. For instance, CED Engineering is one of the companies that we manage, and they have a presence in both U.S. and Canada for engineering, continuing education credits. Little claim to fame, we did a little small website for Columbia University, not the main one, but something for the faculty to teach their students about drug intervention training. That was a really long project, and we deployed it and got it done. Brotherhood Wineries, one of our clients, music schools, town of Stony Point, number of Chamber of Commerce's, number of libraries, law firms, and so on. And this is some of our design work. This is our team. We got a really good team for 2024, and we are still hiring. We're looking for a level 2 web developer under our guy Setso over there. Just how we can help you, and this is where you guys come into play. So the reason why you're here is you're looking to advertise your company, your organization, or your cause better. And we've all been on Facebook. I'm not going to go ad nauseum into the, what I consider to be the toxicity of a lot of Facebook posts, because quite frankly, people can get into it in the comments. And as some of you know, sometimes I step in it for better or for worse. I have, I guess a little bit of a stronger opinion about certain things. And I certainly step in hot water. I don't make any apologies unless I really, really terribly offend someone. But I think, people get that I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm trying to make sure, for instance, that the Facebook groups are managed the proper way, and that it just everybody kind of gets along. So one of those groups is the North Rockland Community Facebook group. I'm going to take you over there right now, just as a kind of like, I don't want to call this like the shining example, but it's the place where we have the largest number of people, and I operate as an administrator on there along with 4 other administrators. And basically our job pretty much every day, and I'm in the wrong profile here, hang on. Our job every day really is to make sure that people don't beat each other up in the group. And we, actually have a former police officer that curates and makes sure that the group is, there's no, trouble going on. And then we have tons of posts that come through here. And I'm going to show you some stats that you don't see normally on, on these meetings. But this is the level of active members. Out of 27,000 members, 20,000 of them participate on a monthly basis. And these are the numbers on a daily basis. 11,000, I guess one day it went below 10,000. So that's the number of people that come to the group, and 1,700 posts. So you would imagine that a lot of these posts that people put up, unless it's something that's got a lot of heart or a lot of vital information for that community group, your post, you know, you might have a sale. Just as an example, Broadway Cleaners, they do things for people for expert tailoring, proms, weddings, things like that. Not going to resonate with people months in advance of a prom, but we have ways of being able to boost those posts so that people are aware of things earlier on. So as an example, we go over to the North Rockland Community Group. There's a few different areas where we promote out certain things. There's the featured post area, which is where we really put the vital community news. But we also put, from time to time, some advertisements, business advertisements. There's also the banner area. And the banner shows up for every single one of those 20,000 people that show up on a monthly basis. And we put them on a weekly basis. So right there, you're guaranteed at least 5,000 views. And then on top of that, we can also create a post. And I'm going to show you an example of this real quick. We could create a post. Here's one we curated and created for Broadway Cleaners. Let's see if I can find the darn thing. Broadway Cleaners. Sorry, hang on 1 minute. Let me just pause this and just look for it real quick. Okay, there it is. I was actually looking right at it. Apparently, I don't exactly get the idea of the letter B. All right. So these are some of the promo pieces that we put together. So Broadway Cleaners, Master Tailoring, okay? Master Tailoring Services by Broadway Cleaners. Now here's the killer of this whole thing. Now, if I just post this without anything else, it's just going to show up and it's going to be in the stream of news feeds, several hundred news feed items. What we're going to do, I'm not going to do this right now, but just as an example, but I'm going to type in at everyone. Now, what happens there is if I post this, every single member of the group is going to get a notification, not a pop-up, okay? Just to be clear, not a pop-up or not some sort of crazy thing, but everyone's going to get a notification in their notifications bar, which is located in the top right-hand corner. This is the notifications area, okay? And quite frankly, people check it. I know you do. I know many people do. So that, of the 27,000 people, that also adds an additional bump. That could be anywhere from 3,000 to 10,000 people, plus your banner area up at the top, plus the featured posts. So we got a pretty good advertising, kind of framework for this. And this is where I'm going to introduce to you, and we're rolling this out for all the different Facebook groups that we manage. This is also the Ramapo community. This is also the Highlands community, Clarkstown community, many different community groups. It's called Rockland Famous. And this is our digital advertising program. We actually established it in 2023, last quarter. And counting streaming TV video ads, you can reach up to 300,000 people in the Hudson Valley. Now, just as a full disclosure, 200,000 of that is specifically for TV. I just want to say that very clearly. So if you're interested in TV advertising, specifically streaming on, for instance, Pluto, not Netflix, that program isn't out yet, Pluto, Disney, Hulu, contact us. We can do that for you. You could craft videos and canvas that can go in various locations. The videos, 30-second spots. But take that out of the mix for a minute, okay? The other four things that we can do, and I'm going to start from the really basic, and we're going to end with the exclusive advertising in Facebook groups. Are you with me? Some people put a thumbs up. Okay, all right, just want to make sure that everybody's, we're all on the same page here. All right, so I'm going to head over to first level, which is rocklandnews.com. And Rockland News essentially curates all the news from around the area. There's 45 different villages across Rockland County, along with 5 towns and obviously the county level, different departments, and so on and so forth. All right. So we collect all that information, and we also have 2 reporters in the field that gather all that information and report on it. Now, our aim, as outspoken as I am, our aim for the publication is to just report the facts. We don't look to speculate. We don't look to have opinions on various things that are going on. We just look to inform the general public about what is going on. And, something as simple as the weather. We had the nor'easter that came through a few days ago. And in the interest of not being sensational, we basically did this article that there's not going to be much snow, if any, but wind and rain may be a concern, which is basically how it came out. We have to take the snowflake meter down again because that nor'easter is largely over. I hope everybody was safe, but that sort of thing. There's a today section. There's a whole bunch of different sections, and we update this on a daily basis. We also have some automated tools. I make no lies about it. We do use ChatGPT and other AI tools in order to craft the articles. We provide the bullet points, and the article is written. Of course, we have an editor that goes through the articles afterwards and makes any corrections. So the reason why I bring that up as the first step is it is ultra, ultra, ultra affordable to advertise on Rockland News. It used to be $99 per village to advertise on Rockland News. We're actually going to bring that down. We're going to try this out. We're bringing the price down per village to $49.95 per village. Your advertisement shows up in those particular locations. Let's say, for instance, we'll use Bardonia as an example. So we're going to go to Bardonia, and there's an advertisement in Bardonia for Pivotal Performance. And the ad rotates. If you refresh this, a different advertisement is going to show up for Yabu Fence. A different advertisement is going to show up for Amelia Henry, and so on. So all of these different articles will get an advertisement delivered specifically in the village that you, the advertiser, have chosen. And the other nice thing about it, and we're going to try this out, we're 4 years into this and we got some structure now. We can offer exclusivity, at least on the village level. I don't think that we can fairly do that on the town level. And, we'll talk about rates on that momentarily. But at the village level, let's say, for instance, if you're looking to advertise in Garnerville, it's okay. We could just do $49.95 per month and see if it works. And I'm going to show you some flat out results right now of how many views this website gets. All right, so I'm not going to go through all the individual stats, but Rockland News right now, over the last 30 days, got 68,000 views with about 50,000 unique visitors. All right, and obviously that changes month to month. I always like to go by a 3-month average. So I'd say right now the honest number is approximately 40 to 45,000 monthly viewers on average. But the important thing to note is that number has grown significantly over time. Last year around this time, we were at about 15,000, maybe 20,000 views max average. So it's definitely moving in the right direction. Obviously, I'm excited about it. But this also means that you as an advertiser can certainly benefit from all of the information that we put on the website. We're up to about 4,900 stories right now. And again, pricing is just very reasonable. On a per village level, you're looking at $49.95 per month. And we don't do any long-term contracts for that. It's month to month, and you can hop on or hop off. And this is actually good for those of you, for instance, that are landscapers or you have a seasonal business, because quite frankly, you're not going to want to advertise. Like if you're a landscaper, who the hell is going to advertise in November? You take off a few months, go head to Tahiti, come back, then you advertise with us again. We want to be there when you need us. And that's the important thing here. There's obviously, larger levels of advertising. If you want to advertise at the town level, we charge $399, and that covers every single village inside of that area. I should note that that's where the exclusivity thing doesn't come into play. So let's say, for instance, if there's a town level advertiser and you're just in the village, there is going to be some overlap. But village to village, if you're an advertiser in a particular category and another advertiser in that particular category, let's say bagel shop, okay? No other bagel shop can advertise at the village level. Full disclosure on that. And then there's also, we have a banner area and various other programs. If you're interested in sponsoring the entire website, certainly give me a call and I'll give you my contact information at the end of that. Okay, so let's move on to the next level. I don't want to keep you here too long. I want to be off by 11:30 with my spiel, and I'll leave it open for questions. The next is marketing strategy. Now, this is more of a curation. All right. This is a service that we perform in addition to the advertising components. All right. And basically, like I mentioned, we have Rockland Web Design for the past, I'm starting to lose track. I think it's 17 years now. We got a pretty damn good team, and I'm going to introduce you to some of them just digitally right now. So this is our team right now for 2024. So we have a social media influencer. Her name is Alana. She's fantastic. Greg is our network administrator for websites. Joel, he's not an intern anymore. I'm going to change his title, but he's our go-to guy for news and also aggregating statistics from websites so that you know what's going on for your website. Shirley's our operations director. Hey, Shirley, how you doing? And Setzo, like I mentioned, is our web developer. BJ and Richard are specialists that handle graphics and video. And BJ primarily does like styling of websites. So basically what I'm getting at here is that we have something to handle every aspect of your digital marketing strategy. We can literally look through your statistics. We can give you a strategy that's going to work. And sometimes, quite frankly, I don't know if, you as a business owner, you might not want to be on Facebook. You might not want to be on Facebook. Good example. There's a company called Reddit. If you've heard of them, they're actually the third most visited website in the world. And that's behind Google and Facebook. Third most visited website. I might be wrong, it might be fourth, but they're definitely the top five. They have a huge amount of reach, and quite frankly, I find it, and we signed up as partners with them. I find it very useful for specific advertisers to be able to be on that group. Example, CED Engineering, where we can craft an advertising campaign that's only going to show up in the engineering advice forums. So really good ways of being able to craft marketing plans that are going to resonate for the long term. That is on a per hour basis. I should note that we charge $129 per hour. But then once you have it, you can use it and deploy it for years and years on end. And it could be as simple as just creating a simple hour of time. And I hop on easily. I'm at this damn computer 10 to 12 hours a day right now. So, you could set an appointment and we can help you to craft a really good strategy. We also have partners in print, partners in other sorts of promotions. And if you really wanted to go for it, like I mentioned, you could do the TV streaming advertising. All right, so that's another thing that we do. And weekly Facebook, blog, Instagram posts and shares. We do that. We do that for approximately a dozen clients. One of our favorites, ironically, you'd think it was like, jewelry or something like really glitzy. It's actually, I always got to shout them out, Dana Pest Control, located right up the road here in Tompkins Cove. Dana Pest Control gets it, okay? They understand that a marketing strategy, it's multifaceted. It's not just one thing, and you got to continually hit your audience with new and unique pieces of content so that they remember you. And that is something, I'll say this, and this is where I get controversial, is that the general public doesn't get that sometimes. The amount of work that you have to do in order to keep getting your name out there to the general public. So kudos to you, all of you that are doing this for years on end. And, and again, if we could supplement this in the background, we can do that. But here's Dana Pest Control, okay? And not only, they have the website, but we also do a significant amount of video promotional advertising for them. We use promo for that. and we generate videos literally within a matter of 15 minutes, beautiful videos that we put out there. Okay, so bottom line, now let's talk about why you actually came here, which was the Facebook advertising component. Um, so how can you get involved in the Facebook advertising? Well, I got some nice little pricing up here and I'll send it to you afterwards. So these are for our more, let's say corporate sponsors and so on and so forth. But if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, okay, this is per month. All right. It's $500 per month in order to advertise through us on these Facebook groups. Now, what do you get for that? All right. There's a few things. First of all, you get a Canva, a really, really nice looking advertising piece that you can send out not just on the Facebook groups, but also on various emails and other social media platforms. And here's an example of one that we did last night. This is for a company called Clean Space. And, really simple, down to earth, before and after photos, providing all the services you need. We still have to finish up a few more things, but that's your Canva. And then on the flip side, we have a promo video that can be created. And again, this is included. I'm just going to pause and bring that up. All right, so here's some of the published items that we've done for various clients. We did one for, let's see, video promo. I'm just looking for a good one here. Well, let's do Dana Pest Control again because they're awesome. So this is one we did for Happy Easter, Happy Spring, and everything like that. All right. So again, that is included in the $500 price point. And then we post that to every one of these groups right here. And in certain cases, and I should note this, we don't do at everyone on every single group, okay? But if the budget permits, and it's always based on time, we can do an at everyone certainly in the Ramapo community, which has 2.3 thousand people, the Highlands community, which has 2.5 thousand people on it, as well as several other groups, for instance, the Haverstraw community and so on. The North Rockland community is a little bit more. All right, I should note that it's $300 extra in order to promote that out on the North Rockland community. But we guarantee you, if you do that, you're going to get a banner up at the top, you're going to get a Canva for your own purposes, and you're going to get an at everyone post that goes out to a minimum of 10,000 people on the group. That's how many people you will be able to reach with that advertisement. So, who is this good for? This is good for retailers that are going right into their busy season and they're looking to get the word out there about, for instance, a special that they have at their retail establishment. It's good for service workers, people that are in contracting and landscaping, anything that right now the tide of the season is changing and people are going to want to get their homes worked upon, their landscapes taken care of, things like that. That's another example of doing this. And finally, people that are just starting their business and they need some materials to put together so that they look good for the long term. So we can help with all of that. And it's a manifestation, really. Manifestation, to get that word out of my mind. It's basically the results of some really hard work that we've done over the years. And I got to give a shout out to Shirley, Ilana, Greg, Joel. They help with a lot of this stuff. I just get up here and I blah blah blah. I act like the coach in the background, but we really do care about making sure that our clients are taken care of. So I'm going to open this up to questions. For those of you that are seeing this on streaming, I appreciate those of you that are watching this on YouTube or catching it on Facebook or whatever. If you have any questions, certainly feel free to reach out to me. I'm just going to give you my contact information real quick. And the phone number, the contact information is right there. It's 845 877 7333. And if you go to the website, rocklandsweb.com, all you really have to do is just go to this Get Started Now button. If you click on that, it's going to take you over to just a simple form, and you could choose the thing that you want to do. If you want to advertise your company, organization, or cause, click on that. Get a little intro video and tell us a little bit more about the project. All right. And so on and so forth. It should take you like about 2 or 3 minutes. And right after that, you can book an appointment directly into my Zoom calendar so that you can learn more about these different programs. And, as needs come up, we aim to take care of them. Typical turnaround time is approximately 1 week. We start our projects on Monday, we end them on Friday. Simple as that. Because I don't know about you, but I like my weekends off too. Okay. So again, thank you, those of you that are watching this on streaming and Facebook and so on and so forth. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to open up to individual questions. These questions will not be put on recording or on Facebook. So if you have any specific questions, now's the time to ask them.